Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back to another video here. It's been a while, just been hanging out in the garage. Everything's working, thank God. Today's video, we're just gonna focus on something that I picked up last week. It's Neo Geo related, so stay tuned here and we'll jump right in the video here and I'll show you what I got. Be right back. All right, this is what I got. True 161 in 1 multi-game Neo Geo cart based off the Vortex. Got this from a gentleman in Canada, Leon, from the arcadeprojects.com forum. So basically what this does is the other multi-cart has a bunch of, a lot of the games don't work, sounds messed up. These guys basically just started from scratch with the PCB and rebuilt it all the way back up. New flash chips are removed and reprogrammed with a full set of ROMs, a true set. The 161 in 1. The other one has a lot of them has buggy sound, a lot of clones, just a lot of junk, and it's missing a lot of games, a ton of games. So, like Windjammers, League Bowling, Real Bout, Fatal Fury, tons of games. This thing even has Samurai Showdown Perfect Special. It has a ton of games on here that aren't available on your typical Chinese 161 cart. This thing is, got new capacitors. It's got new flash memory is added, so basically all the games will fit on here because the original ones don't have enough memory to fit everything on there. So he also added extra memory to fix, all the sound issues and whatnot. Yeah, I don't know what to say. What else to say? What else is going on with this thing? So, takes about, it just depends on, if he's got the parts, but it took a couple months to get, about 8 weeks. So, yeah. And basically, this is half the cost of like a Neo SD flash card or a Dark Soft card, which is, over $600. So, this thing has got everything you need. So I think it's a tremendous value, and hats off to Leon that did this. They did a fantastic job. Also, I know some other people were doing one of these carts, but you'd have to power cycle the game. But this gentleman basically modified the Unibios that's included with this, so you can just basically restart the machine. You just go into the Unibios soft reboot, hold B, and it'll boot back into the menu. Or the other one, you'd have to power cycle. So all the chips were reprogrammed, and yeah, this thing is pretty awesome. So picked this up for about $325 shipped, and I'm very, very happy with it. So, yeah, if you're looking to pick one of these up, head on over to the arcade-projects.com forum, and it'll be for sale there. I'll go ahead and basically pop this back in the machine and show you the list of games. It's exactly 161 in 1. So, that's about it on this thing. Be right back. All right, when you turn on the game here, this is the menu that you're greeted with. Here you have 23 pages of games, 7 games per screen, 161 games total, 160 actually. I don't know what that is. So you can hit the B button, which is cool, and it'll tell you what each one is, which is cool. So some of these games I'm not familiar with. And it even has a Xeno Crisis, which is a Bitmap Bureau game. That's a new modern Neo Geo game that Bitmap Bureau released. I did buy cart from them, but it doesn't work with the 4-slot. You have to take all the games out, and just it'll only work with one single cart in. So this is great that I have this, so because that was a waste of money, so buying that. But yeah, here is, you know, Windjammers, like I was saying, and it basically tells you down at the bottom here what type of game it is. We'll just go through here. Like I was saying, special, perfect, Riding Hero, which wasn't on there. There's a ton of games on here that aren't on that Chinese cart. Don't get me wrong, it'll get you by, but you know, Nam is on there. Also, too, they added Metal Slug Turbo, because you know, a lot of the Metal Slug games suffer with, especially 2, suffer with a ton of slowdown. So I haven't tried that yet. So Magician Lord, it has, I think, Cross Swords and Cross Swords 2, like I was saying, League Bowling. Yeah, this is pretty much a really, really, really great cart. It's got everything you could basically want. So, and here's the top, page 1. So the only issues that I have, and it's not any fault of the cart, when I put this is the 4-slot, I'm sure it's a 4-slot issue, the Unibios, after I switch my two or three games, the sound cuts off. Then I gotta restart the machine again. So I had originally had a Unibios in here and it was doing that. It just annoyed me, so I pulled it out. So I mean, yeah, that's the only downside that I'm having with my 4-slot. I know it works great. See, Cross Swords too. I know it works great with a single slot, definitely. I know some 4-slots were people were having issues with, but I don't. So that's the only downside that I've had, and it has nothing to do with the cart. It's just the way the Unibios is working with my PCB. So yeah, so you can pretty much see there's a ton of games here. You know, Drift Out, which I don't think was on the, yeah, on the, yeah, definitely all the real bouts. So you could just, it's got Twinkle Star Sprites also, so I can take that out if I want. Yeah, this always switches the next game. Look at the refresh rate. Refresh. But yeah, I haven't had any issues with any of the games so far that I've been playing with it the last week. Yeah, so I don't know if I can do this with one hand, but basically to restart, you just hold this and all the buttons. There you go, and then you get into the basically the Unibios, and you'll soft boot the system, and you'll hold down B, and it'll boot back into the menu, which is cool. So yeah, great cart. So if you're not wanting to mess with those flash carts that do have more games, and I don't even know if they have more games. I'm not totally a Neo Geo nerd. I know there's some people that like the flash carts, you know. So I think there's Mark of the Wolves is the beta on here instead of the regular. I'm not sure, but yeah, Neo Turf Masters. But yeah, this is definitely worth the 325 bucks. So instead of messing around, I'm gonna Showdown perfect. I have a bootleg Samurai Showdown in here, Japanese version. So I don't mind some bootleg carts, but let's see if the sound cut out. Nope, not yet. I bet you if I change it again, it'll. But yeah, very, very happy with it. So if you're looking to get one, head on over to arcade-projects.com. You can search for the gentleman named Leon in the member search, and yeah, get on the list. So depending on parts and availability, it may, you know, take up to 8 weeks. I think I got this in like 6 weeks, so I'll put you on the list. So cool. If you have any questions, comments, let me know. And then other than that, we'll divulge from that if you're done watching the Neo Geo portion. I know I posted about some issues that I had with Metallica, the hammer sticking. Stern sent me out 2 mechs. They kept sending me a mech that was in the original box from Stern, and UPS kept destroying them. So 3rd time's a charm. I told them to take that box and put it in a bigger box, and then I finally was able to get that resolved. So other than that, I'm having an issue with that backdrop target dropping down here when the shaker motor goes off, when this hammer drops. So I tried switching to a lighter spring tonight. It didn't work because with the lighter spring, when I hit it with the ball, it doesn't drop. So I switched it back. So I'll have to figure that out. Maybe try and stretch the spring out, or maybe a different spring that's a little bit in between the light one that I got. This one's a blue color spring. I got a red one that somebody suggested on pin side, but nah, it didn't work. So it wasn't dropping down, but when I hit it with the ball, it wasn't dropping. So it would just bank off. So I'm like, that sucks. So, and then I ended up getting some new Invisiglass for this because my cat scratched it 5 years ago. So I moved that over. Yeah, cat scratch. So moved that over there, and I originally had ordered the glass for this, and it came scratched. So there's a big, huge scratch, but you can only see it when it's off. You can't even see it, which is pretty cool. So I put that over here. So Jersey Jack sent me out another one. I used the distributor, Orange County Pinballs, Evan's Great over there, to get the glass. He shipped me the glass. This was scratched, and then Jersey Jack shipped me out another piece of glass, which was perfect. And then they didn't ask for the other one back. So now I'm rocking 3 pieces of Invisiglass, even though 2 are damaged, whatever. It's still better than the non-reflective glare glass. This looks dope. So yeah, I wish I can get that scratch on film, but I can't see it. So I'm like, win-win. So free piece of Invisiglass. So, and then this one, matte, but that's all that matters. Get the nice one on Wonka. So, all right, that's what's going on in arcade land. So. Yeah, all right, guys. Any questions, comments, let me know. Head on over to Arcade Projects. Get that cart. It's dope. So if you have a Neo Geo, it'll be well worth it. So, all right, man. You guys take care until next time. Later. Bye.